This was so cool. Before I even heard him play through this, I instantly went on Reverb and sent out an offer and bought one. Texted 2 friends. They both instantly bought one too. We've already like cleared the market of them because I was like, I've never seen this before. I have to get it. We have here a GS-30D guitar amp simulator. The first thing I think of when I see this, I think of like the movie Alien. They're in the Nostromo, like changing all these knobs. I'm sure if you like look closely, you're like, is that a Tascam GS-30D that they're adjusting for their flight pattern? It looks like a cassette recorder.
It looks like what people thought the future would look like.
Today on Mothership Gear, we are talking about this Tascam GS-30D guitar amp simulator. So when we shot this episode, Loren and I were so blown away by the tone that Khari was getting out of this. And it's hard to describe, but in the room, it was coming out of the studio speakers. We have Dynaudio acoustics and we're running through it. And I want to say we had the one of his PV amps parallel in conjunction with that. And so we were hearing kind of this cool multi-source and we all loved it. And so ever since we shot this episode, I've purchased one, Loren's purchased one, and I've been trying to find more ways to use it. And what you'll learn from this episode is Khari kind of ran into the same issues, which is that if you want really cool distortion and overdrive, kind of preamp overdriven sounds, then this is your guitar amp simulator for that. Want clean, particularly you want to turn off the Pregain or turn the drive off, it's really unruly. And that's what I've been learning as I've been recording with this, is it's not a great all-around amp sim. So if you buy one of these and you immediately try to get a usable clean tone, you might be disappointed. So I'll play for you kind of a starting point. This is with the Line 6, a DL4, a Holy Grail, and a Dynacomp. So kind of lifeless is how I would describe it. But what it is really good for is unique overdrive tones. So if you're thinking about getting a Porta Studio and you don't have that kind of cash laying around, this might be a good option for you. But be warned, it is a really tricky device to get usable sounds out of. Once you dial it in, then you're off to the races. And what I've been learning online is everybody seems to agree you want the Pregain up and you want the drive feature engaged. You of course have your EQ, your high, mid, low, and then you have the drive level and Pregain level. So let's get some sounds out of it. And you'll also hear Loren and Khari breaking down this pedal amp sim module interface for you guys here today on Mothership Gear. Enjoy.
We are in some uncharted territory that Mothership Gear has never been before, with some old school retro Tascam goodness.
It's one of the first guitar amp simulators ever made, because you know you've got a bunch of the new ones in like the HX Stomp and stuff like this, but that's made in like the early 80s, and it's made out of the Tascam NK1 Porta Studio parts, I believe.
Yeah.
So it has like that weird tapey kind of vibe with it.
Yeah.
I usually use this for like just crazy DI punk sounds. It sounds great if you're just trying to get like some weird, unique kind of distortion.
And now we'll turn off the Dynacomp. And this is just raw. We're only using this guy.
right now we have everything set about 11 o'clock, noonish. Our pre-gain and drive level are up. And then every button is depressed, giving us power, pre-gain up, presence, and drive. And what are you playing through?
I am playing through my 1960s Kalamazoo, one pickup Melody Maker pickup. With this kind of stuff, it just kind of, you can just kind of let it rip.
Yeah, very punk. We have a Big Sky for a little bit of reverb and a tailspin to give us some warble. Throw some riffs on. Give me some more. All gone now. Whoa. Sounds crazy. This is a cool piece of equipment.
Little Hives vibes right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we have input, line out, output. That reminds me of like a DI box. So you can send your signal into an amp and like a through and then into the house or your console at the same time.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was for. I'm a little afraid of taking that out to play it live, but
Yeah, this is way too clean.
but yes, I think that's what it was for. And like, it doesn't really like when you have it without the pre-distortion or the pre-gain on it, it doesn't really bring out the magic as much. But once you turn on that pre-gain, it's like, you know, it's real good.
And as Josh from JHS would say, he has the box. This is so clean, and you have the original box, which is crazy.
Yeah, and it has like the all the writings in all the different languages and everything on it.
Do you have like the instruction manual?
Yes, I do.
Too?
I believe I might have it in there, or it might be at my house, but I have all of it.
This is a crazy piece of gear. I've seen so many pedals, so many guitars, so many amps, and I've never seen this or heard of it. No one's ever spoken about this. So get it while you can.
Yeah, because there's literally no YouTube videos of this. When I saw it, I literally went to Reddit and I had to figure out what it was. And for all you McGee fans that like the Tascam Porta Studio type stuff, this is kind of for now, a cheaper option than getting like a $600 MK1 or MK2. This was like $160.
Awesome.
For now.
Where'd you... Well, that brings me to the next question. Where did you find this?
So I was surfing the web. I was looking for more DI ideas, and I came across it on Reverb, and I was like, what is this? They also have one for bass. So
cool.
There's two of them, and a lot of people, they just couldn't find a use for it back in the day. But now with everything that we have and, you know, using DI tones, and if you're looking to get like that unique kind of tapey tone without lugging a huge MK1 around, that is like your option.
Yeah.
And you can just go to the studio, plug that in, and you kind of have some like sauce.
I just saw a video on YouTube. It was Tame Impala doing like their first album, but live, like in a session, and he brought the full Tascam Porta Studio or something and put it there for one song to use for his distortion tone. Like brought the entire thing as like one tone.
Yeah.
Where this is so much easier to take on stage or to the studio than your entire Porta Studio.
It's just, it has just a unique thing to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit different from the Tascam Porta Studio slightly, but you can dial it in to get as close to it as possible if you want to.
It sounds so cool, just direct into our interface coming out of the studio monitors. What a sweet piece of gear. This is what Mothership gear is about.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, play some more riffs before we say goodbye. I'm just messing around with every knob. There's so many different possibilities you can get. Wow. If you guys want to hear more riffs, where can they find you online?
You can find me. My band is Faunavision on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you like. And we have a ton of stuff on Spotify. And you can actually hear this on an upcoming record that I'm putting out. But you hear those tones along with some Tascam tones, Porta Studio tones.
Wow, very cool.
Thank you guys so much for watching Mothership Gear. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you want to follow Loren's Emporium, it's Lorens_Emporium. And if you want to follow Khari on Instagram, it is Faunavision. So go ahead and check out both of those musicians, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.